Welcome to the Schwartz Art. My name is Mike Schwartz. It is day 11 in the Inktober 2025 challenge. The prompt word for today is sting. In this one, I thumbnailed only one drawing I had in mind for this. I knew exactly what I wanted right away. And I wanted our adventurers to be running through a beehive, a honey beehive specifically. And I wanted them to be stealing one of the larvas and trying to make their escape. I thought that I would kind of continue off of yesterday's prompt with Sweep, where they were shrunk down in that surrealism concept where they're tiny and everything else is huge. And this is going to be the finale to their quest, where they go, they steal this larva, and this larva, I don't know, gives them the ability to be big again. Let's just go with that. I can tell, just like rewatching and as I'm drawing, my bent towards action is definitely coming out in this one. Much more dynamic poses, much more dynamic camera angle, much more action. And I might have to dial it back a little bit, not on purpose, but I do know that once I get going, I'll start getting more and more and more extreme, and that doesn't always mean better. And I want to make sure that these drawings are clear. I want to make sure that they're concise and communicating coloring book and not communicating over the top fantasy artwork, right? So I can find myself going further and further and more extreme. Like I guess I'm just talking that I know myself and I know what I'll do, and so I'm restraining myself in this exercise. And I'm sure more drawings will push the limit of what I'm setting for myself, and I think that that's okay. To toe the line, to have restriction, to toe the line in that restriction is really helpful for creativity, because you're always trying to create a way to get right up to the edge of what you want. So the poses and the action in this one is much more upfront. This week's been pretty tough in getting the videos recorded, and I drew this one again. I'm about a drawing. I think I'm about a drawing a day ahead of schedule, so I'm posting the videos on the day, and then the drawing I do the day before. But I am now up to the point where I don't have a drawing done for tomorrow's video, and I don't know if I've got the time. And so I think this week will be pulled way back on posting on YouTube consistently, which I know is not the best idea. But I would rather finish the drawing challenge than have an impressive YouTube video stack, because that was never the intention. The intention was just to show what I'm doing, what I'm making, and my process. So I think I'm still going to record, and I might even do some YouTube short video form with less editing and much more fast forwarded, so that it's just a real quick 2-minute, 3-minute video, and stick with that for the week, and then come back to this longer format maybe next week, or maybe even the final week of Inktober. I'll pull in some long form, or I'll mix it up where there's long form and short form. And I know I've set an expectation now, and I want to be able to finish. So that's the sacrifice that I'm going to have to make to finish. And I'll probably end up posting videos late even. So sorry that this video is more like information on how I'm not going to be doing videos the same way for the next couple of weeks. But still enjoy the drawing. I guess it's a lesson in life, right? Where we set expectations to do things, and sometimes we overestimate what we can accomplish, and we have to take a step back and actually say no to ourselves. And that's a really good practice, to say no to yourself and say, no, I'm sticking within the guidelines. Which is, lame, but also really good, because I think that you add amounts of stress to yourself when you overdo it, you overextend, and then you're like, well, I'm not going to accomplish even half of the thing that I really wanted to do. And if you've made it this far into the video, thanks for watching and listening to me ramble. My name's Mike Schwartz. This is the Schwartz Art. Please, like the video. I'd love if you subscribe. I'd love if you comment. Share the video with somebody. Talk art with somebody. Talk about the things that you like about artwork. Talk about the things that you don't like. And have good conversations with people. It's just something I really like to do. As I talk about comics, I'll talk about movies. I'd like to talk about board games. And I do try to talk about what I like and what I don't like and have actual conversations. I think it helps build relationship. And that's honestly what this whole, building relationship is what life, I would say, is about. And, again, thanks for listening to my rambling. I really enjoyed drawing this piece a lot, and I think that it has paid off to continue drawing daily and thumbnailing daily and putting out challenge to yourself. I'd be curious to see how people will color this page, whether it will end up in all of the honey brown tones, or someone gets real clever and decides that these bees aren't yellow and black, they're pink and green, and the honey is a purple goo instead. I think there's so many ways to think about this that I don't even have colors imagined for this piece. I just knew the scene that I wanted. Well, thanks for watching me draw.